Greetings, traveler.
We didn't really have the option to be a bit more aggressive. So that gave us a lot of trouble. Yeah, both of his 7/7s. Because he just did some weird stuff, and then he suddenly had that giant swing on the board where he had his Soul of the Forest, and then he just randomly just has 2 Dire Horns at the end because of a Tomb Spider, so... But that was not an amazing deck, right? That's the thing. Like, people go like, "Oh man, the deck's so amazing." It's just like, really? Like why? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. So how did the previous deck do? 10 wins. That's fine. Big boys are fine if they're the 3/9 Tom Death Rattle guys. Even then, I don't really like it. Desert Spear is too good, right? I don't know, Razor Maw is okay, but I picked it last time over a high main and did not feel worth. Baited Arrow is still good, of course. Flanking Strike is insane. Can't shot is fine. Probably the 8/8 and then maybe pick 2 other good late game cards. We'll see. Hounds was very useful. Good 3-drops also nice. I think we're happy here with Hounds. In this deck, Bloodscalp Strategist is an actual card already, right? We have Hatchet and Spear. Scorcher is still very useful, even as a hunter. Alright, we could go for Razor Maw now, but I think you just want the good 3s. Razor Maw might be the exception to the rule, though. Yeah, the 6/9 is not really a good reliable card for the arena. Is this luck or is Hunter nuts? Hunter has good card quality right now. Hunter is the 2nd best class according to the win rates. If you don't know where to look them up, just go to hsreplay.net, the front page there, switch it to arena. Let's have a look at the win rates. Yeah, Razor Maw is just so insane. I guess so, right? If you're gonna pick a 2-mana card, you may as well pick this guy. It just means we're gonna need to find those 3-drops. You think Warrior is strong? The stats disagree. Honestly, I feel like just don't bother with Warrior right now until they micro-adjust it, because whatever you're doing with it right now, it's going to go a lot better once they adjust it. And it will happen. Probably still Spring Paw. Ooh. That is a hard whiff. Alright. I think now we'll go Arrow over Razor Maw. I think you pick Razor Maw if you're going to be short on 4s. There is a chance that is the case. Double Razor Maw is dirty though. But man, Baited Arrow is so good as well. Kind of want the Arrow. Oh wow. Yeah, Arrow is only 0.6% lower. It's still 60% win rate, so... You think because of the pings you'd lean Pack? I don't think you want Pack Tarot. I think you want Pit Croc. I think you want Worm. I think you want Highmane. I don't think you want 3 mana, maybe get good stuff. I mean, you'll get good stuff, but it's the 3 mana do nothing that turn that's awkward. The 3 mana do nothing turn bothers me. This could be a Blood Knight. It's probably not a Blood Knight, but it could be a Blood Knight. Coin Spear into Champ is just going to be too nasty, I think. Could just be the Wild Tamer. Yep. Beetle's an option because you already have a hatchet and you have a Razor Maw. Rogue, LZR. Some Rogu. Yeah, I don't think I want 2 hatchets if I have Spear because I might get Candle Shot, I might get another Spear. Timberwolf is pretty playable with all these Rush Beasts. Okay, I'll take another Razor Maw now. I feel happy about that baited arrow pick right now. What was the first Razor Maw up against? It was up against probably not flanking, because flanking's just the pick, I think. What was the first? I've skipped 2 Razor Maws, have I not? Oh no, I skipped an Animal Companion to pick the Razor Maw. You want 3 drops? I mean, we have Cleric, Wild Tamer, Lone Champ, Desert Spear, Strategist. We're doing okay now. It's totally fine. 3rd weapon to help Strategist. I don't want to pick a bow. I think bow is just such a bad weapon for Hunter compared to Candle Shot and Spear. So it's really a quality of life problem. It's like, I would like to pick bow, but it's so bad compared to the others, right? So I think we're pretty happy because we did talk about turn 4, where the Razor Maw can be an option where if you have low turn 4, you can do 2-drop on 4. So I think that makes a lot of sense here. Yep. All right. Buck Collector still fits that play, and Buck Collector is pretty sweet with Razor Maws. You can adapt the Rush Guy for poison and stuff. Buck Collector in general is just good. All right, so the Candle Shot has arrived. Yeah, still fine. Awkward 5, but it's a thing to play. Okay, so our deck is light. So this Dinosaur is looking good. The Wrapped Golem helps out, but we need Worm. We need Pit Croc. We need some more good 5s. We need some 4s. So I might have to pick Candle Taker just to have another thing to play and have turn 5 be 3-drop, 2-drop, or 3-drop hero power. I don't think we want another Hunter's Mark because we're just going to run into situations where we have just loads of like good if, good if, good if, but no just unconditional boom, play a minion, boom, play a minion. And a lot of Hearthstone Arena is just play minions, right? Make sure you can spend your mana productively. And if you have to wait until they play in the mark, if you have to wait until your weapon is dead and re-equip, it's going to be too awkward. So let's go with Candle Taker. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that helps. That helps. Yeah, another baited arrow. Perfect. Holy crap. All right, so these last few picks are really coming through. We talked about how we wanted more mid game. We talked about how we want a little bit of more end game, right? Close out some late game. Now the main problem is turn 4, so you know, another like 2 flanking strikes or so would be nice. It's probably just Silver Hand to have another thing to drop. We're not really that oversaturated on 5. Grievous Bite is probably the better card, but we already have a Grievous Bite. We already have pings, so it's overkill. We're just gonna need minions to play. Yeah, okay. So probably Snake Trap because we need things to play on turn 4, and there's 2 Razor Maws to take advantage of the snakes we're summoning. Is there anything else that benefits from those schnickies? We have a Timberwolf. Timberwolf helps. We have Hatchets. We have Hunter's Mark. There's definitely some things that benefit from it. Easy pack? Really? We got the 2 golems now. We got the 5 drops. I don't think so. I think we need things to play, man. What are we doing on turn 4? We have 1 flanking strike. I might be wrong here. I might be wrong. Because no card draw. Wrapped Golems are your card draw. What is the overlay for drafting you're using? Which overlay? Nothing's happening, right? Like there's no scores. This is Arena Companion, but it's used for chat drafting. The pack gives you things to play. Yes, but you have to spend 3 mana on the pack first. Okay, I'm going to pick the Snake Trap and we're gonna feel it, but I agree that pack is okay, it's nice, but we just don't do anything on turn 4. Is that not a bigger problem? The one that gives the names, what else does it do? Well, normally you use Hearth Arena or so, right? The one that gives you the scores. Because you could just read the names right here, right? Not the beetle. I'm willing to pick a pack over a beetle now. But Spellbreaker, probably still better, question mark. This is where I could see the pack, but probably still Breaker for me. The game really wants you to have a pack, yeah. Yeah, it's Arena Companion. That's what it's called.
Begin.
This curve is pretty sweet. Do you hold the strategist? I guess it depends what he plays. Probably don't. Yeah, we got our single 4-drop. If you're on coin, you probably keep this every time. I've done it. Eureka! I've done it.
On my
Yeah, when you're on coin, you can keep flanking. When you're on the play, it depends a bit on the rest of your hand.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
On my mark.
I wonder. I hunt alone.
Okay.
fatal mistake.
Sacred Trial or Eye for an Eye. Well, Never Surrender isn't in, right? Or is it Terra? I didn't play her on Eye for an Eye. I was just so sure it was an Eye for an Eye, but I guess. Yeah. So next turn he's like.
Reporting for duty.
I think we might actually just get it out of the way. Because I think I want to trade the Reborn guy. I guess ordering we want armor instead, but it doesn't really matter too much.
I hunt alone.
Fatal mistake.
Because you could trade in a different way, where you preserve your Reborn. But it's probably okay.
Reporting for duty.
Ooh.
I hunt alone.
That's probably worth it, yeah. I think we play a teensy tiny bit around Scorcher then.
Ready, sir.
I hunt alone.
Fatal mistake.
Yeah, rogues with cards, those are worse than hunters.
Put
Yeah,
your
this
faith
hunter
in
quality
the
is pretty good.
victory is yours.
Rexa versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt begin.
Canders. Looks like we're gonna have that turn 4 Razor Maw
My jungle.
we talked about.
I hunt alone.
Your first 3 picks were Flame Tongue, Primal Fin, Evil. Wow, the totem weapon could actually be a thing for you.
Let the pain speak to me.
Let the pain speak to me. So, we could hit face and adapt the rush minion, try to trade in one go. Or we could buff here, see what we get, and then determine our strategy. I think that's slightly better. Could pick the poison and just trade it in. Never hero powering. Or you pick the death rattles. And then you go arcane shot, hit. Then you have a really resilient board. You give him extra cards, but you don't really care.
I wonder. I move quickly.
Think like the other line, right? We want to be as resilient to AoE as we can get. Because what we're afraid of is Scorcher, Nova, Excavated Evil. The poison line doesn't help you versus that. Ooh, man, this strategist has been nice. Might have to Grievous Bite him here.
On my mark.
So this definitely comes back. I just saved the Death Rattle guy. So now I have the Death Rattle guy, so we're still protected. Brewer. Probably a Grievous Bite round. 2-4 into the 2-6 seems like a play as well. It's the only thing that survives anything here. So if this is on 4, this is going to deal 3. Our opponent has 8, so that's 5 more damage. 5 more damage we can do by giving up the Razor Maw and the Rushers and then hero powering. It depends on how much we want to stay protected versus AoE. So I think this always goes in, right? And we said we were going to do this, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. It's going to be harder to use these 1/1s. I don't want to proc this, right? This is my defense. Yeah. I think we have to get rid of this, but it's not so pretty. So it's sort of a weird offense we're running here, where we try to keep our death rattles to protect ourselves versus AoE.
I don't need any of you.
We might never play this Devil Sar just because of the Shadow or Death swing. If we get a better play, we'll probably just never play it. Because if we play it later on, it's going to be vulnerable to mind control.
Good tickets don't come cheap.
I don't think I can get lethal this turn, right? No. Summoning a 5/5 would be appreciated for sure. But then again, we haven't checked them for death, so maybe it's not correct. Maybe it is Flanking Strike. Flanking Strike pushes 2 extra phase because we don't have to overkill and we don't have to deal with the buff from the turtle. It's either that or we completely ignore the pirate. But I don't think we completely ignore the pirate. Also, this can go phase.
For me!
You're gonna pick Totemic Might, you also have Mana Tide. Alright, this is great, right? Our opponent did not use Plague. We've been so methodical this game. We've really, really steadily amped up the pressure. Oh, that would have been a good draw earlier. 9, 11, so close.
For me!
I think I actually baited arrow his face this turn. Because I'm gonna need to Spellbreak taunts. And I'm going to need to unleash for damage. I can play Spellbreaker, Unleash, and Hero Power in the same turn. I can't play Spellbreaker, Baited Arrow, and Hero Power in the same turn. Should bait the mind control. The problem is death, right? He might death and then gain the tempo on us.
Meddlesome insects.
Oh, he just killed himself. Then. Oh no. We had the 1/1 anyway.
The light shall burn you. The light shall burn you.
Rexar versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron, let the hunt begin.
Send him to the losers bracket. But yeah, that was a slow, very methodical push. Plague of Death would have been a problem for sure. Yes, UT as well. But I played League before I played Hearthstone. How did Shady know he had no healing or taunt? I mean, I had the breaker, right? I had the breaker, eh? It's not a bad Grievous Bite. It's a better spear. Hey, no worries, UT. Hope you're having a good day as well. She's going to win big. I know my phase goes into here. But then what? Probably just candle trade. Don't think it's worth Grievous Biting.
I hunt alone.
It's a 1 health minion as well for Coin Scorcher, so probably don't like it. We are so low on 4 mana cards, this is to be expected, so it's fine. Piranha Launcher for 2 mana less. Not quite, but it is good. It is very good. Piranha Launcher was a 2-4 with 4 charges. Or 2-4, I guess. Don't have to say the charges. Okay, anything that could be a big problem here. I think we are going to silence. Just because it means we can hit. Man, a redemption on this is going to be so annoying as well. Maybe just leave the other one. Let's see what this is.
Your magic shall not save.
I don't think this trades, right? This can attack face for a get down. I'm gonna use these guys. I'm assuming it's redemption or get down. Yeah, I think that was a fair shout, right? It's gonna be redemption or get down, so the 1/1 phase is okay. Because the second 1/1 doesn't do anything when it's redemption. And if it's get down, it procs it, so it's good.
Reporting for duty.
But yeah, Piranha Launcher was really good, and Desert Spear is a lot better. So that gives you an idea of how good Desert Spear is. Because Piranha Launcher was straight up good, and Desert Spear is better. So it's pretty good. It's pretty alright. I don't really want to sacrifice this. I think I just go in with the other plays. So screw it. It saves a charge on the candle shot, which is not like a huge deal. But it gives us beasts most likely for the Razor Maw. And it means the 3/1 doesn't die to a 1/1. Scorcher is really bad. Rogue and Hunter, Maximus. Hey, that's not Scorcher. It's not a Knife Juggler either. Cool. Stealth this guy. That could be a problem. So this is going to grow to 4 damage pretty much to kill this. Not sure if we want to hold it back though. I guess we are still adapting, get the pressure going. So how does this work? 2 1/1s and face kill something. Damage for more power or death rattle for more stability. How much are we pushing? Bonk, bonk, bonk. 4, 7. It's good damage. Scorcher was really good. You shouldn't have a Scorcher.
I hunt alone.
Ready, sir.
If we had no read on Scorcher, we would not do this. But last turn Scorcher was very good. Pretty much auto slam dunk. He could pull a consecration here. That's unfortunate. That would be the second time that would happen. I know he doesn't have AoE, and then he plays Scarab into consec. Alright, didn't have it.
The battle is over. You win.
Good.
Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Just keep. This looks good. We have 2 turns to find a turn 3 play.
Nice to meet you.
So I was going to coin Snake to dodge the ping. But now that I drew Lone, coin Beetle into Snake into Lone seems better. Eating dead animals on stream? Nah, it is just roast beef.
So profitable.
Great. We'll see what he has. I might just have to play a 2-4. I didn't expect him to play Jar Dealer. That seems so weird over pinging. Okay. I think we still like our Divine Shield here. It means we can deal with a 5 health minion, just bopping it. Yep.
I don't need idiots.
Have you played any Paladin? Yeah, Paladin feels okay. It feels fair. You're not getting steed, at least not in my experience. I've drafted 4 Pallies, now the single steed offered. So it feels fair-ish. You just need to rely on curving. Trade flanking is fine. Could go Shattered plus Hatchets. But flanking on curve, keep the flex. Oh no, we can't. What am I thinking? Of course, it's turn 4. Use the turn 4 card. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, dum. Yeah, the reborn thing is a little weird. I think it is working as intended, but I'm not sure if I like that, right? I think I'd trade Go Face and try to rule out that it's that one. And if it's that one, this is probably the best thing we can do anyway.
For me.
Nope. It's annoying, right? It's so annoying, but it's probably the best we can do. The problem now, our turns are bad, but that's the best we can do, right? If it's Flame Ward, just get rid of it. It's Mage, it's different than Hunter. You can't just let it sit there. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Because you have to pressure Mage, you don't have to pressure Hunter.
I move quickly.
I think I might just go 2-drop and buff it. Just, if this was an actual Raptor, I wouldn't think twice here, right?
You must cleanse the Sunwell.
It's just sad to not use the Razor Maw effect when you have a baited arrow in hand. You could have bumped the 2-3, gone face with a 3-3, then baited. Yeah, but you want to also account for Mirror Entity, right, Blitz? I think the play I did also left room for punishing Mirror Entity with Razor Maw, adapt the 3-3 Hatchet.
My eyes are open.
I think it's just one of those cases where it's just gonna be annoying. Baited Arrow gets War Bared, but that might still be fine. Alternative is Desert Spear, Hero Power. It's a little slow.
I wonder.
I think 3-3 into the 3, or 3-2 into the 3-3, 4-3 phase every time. It's just do you arrow the 2-2 or not? I guess make him have the War Bear and then counter it with the Hatchet or so, right? Put the body on board. It's not gonna get prettier, right? River Croc's gonna, or Pit Croc's gonna be another 5 damage thing. So it's not gonna get better by waiting.
Pass me that arc light scanner.
That is not a Warbear. That is a Desert Spear card. Ha 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 ha. Alright. So Desert Spear is guaranteed amazing. You could just Desert Spear to 1-1 Hero Power, go face, play nothing. That could work. You could also silence the Basilisk. But then the whole point of silence is to gain tempo on the Basilisk, and you already have the Desert Spear to do the same. So at that point, you're asking yourself, am I playing the Spellbreaker just for the body or not? And the answer could be yes, right? The answer could be yes because you have Wrapped Golem, you just want to create some pressure. I think we agree already on Desert Spear, kill the Basilisk, push 9, and then Spellbreaker, yes, no. That's probably it, right? I think I'm actually fine taking my 2 damage here. The Spellbreaker helps a little bit against the Pit Croc, right? Because then you have a 4/3 body on board. But there's a lot of other cases where the Breaker in hand works. If you were going to Breaker, you'd have an extra 1/1. That is totally true. But Breaker would have died against this, huh? Alright. So ordering on this is jam face with a 5 first, right? Because they do connect. So you get 1 extra damage in. That's actually so dirty if that's Mirror Entity. First, play a secret that makes me want to kill off my own board. Then make me summon a minion and steal it. Wow. That would be so... That would be so dirty. I have to try that combination myself. I do not think that we risk a Wrapped Golem here. We'll just silence his Candle Taker. But you. Okay, was runes instead. Definitely want to poke him. I think we're at the stage where we're pretty happy just pinging, right? Quite happily just pinging a mage down. Next turn we got Golem ping, and then we equip the weapon if he's not dead by then. Yeah, this looks pretty straightforward. Double Flame Ward, definitely slowing the game down. But we were able to deal with them in an okay manner, I guess. I love how it hits his place color twice. Man, he had a lot of 1-mana cards. He also had double Flame Ward runes, so I think he was allowed to know he was dead for a while already. Alright. So this is a little trickier, but I think you still keep this and just hope. Ooh, baby. Candle Shot helps a lot. Now your main hope is you find something that doesn't make you tempo your Razor Maw. But if you have to, you'll do it. Because this is why this card is so good. It is a Bloodfin Raptor, first and foremost. But if you draw it while you have a beast on board, it's suddenly so much better. But you can still play it, right? Okay. So now I'll play Bug Collector instead, I think. Will I? I'm gonna have the 3/3 to adapt in a lot of cases. The problem with Bug Collector is that he just daggers, and then my lone champion is not going to get his thing, right? No, I think I actually just play the 3/2. Because even if he has one of the best beats possible, coin SI, I can hit the SI down to 2 health and play low. It's probably better. Because the Divine Shield on the lone does matter. Alright, and this is obvious. Ooh, now we can Candle Taker instead. So we didn't throw the Bug Collector into the dagger. That's nice. I think you top deck lethal someone that deserves it, right? Or you deem that deserves it. Now your logic might be this is my opponent, he therefore deserves it. I usually try to... So sometimes the BM has nothing to do with the match. Sometimes just like, well, this BM is too good not to, I have to. But I mean, killing him with a top deck Arcane Shot, that is mediocre at best, right? So Usually I preserve the BM for like someone who's been emoting me or someone who's been, you know, got really, really lucky, right? Like he Blood Knights and then he BGHs or something. Alright, kept our flanking strike. Our only turn 4 play, so good play. He kills a 2-1, not a 1-1, and you'll have a beast. Yeah, but you want to play somewhat mana efficient, I think, there, right? Look what I found! So we can baited arrow here. We could kill it with our face. Probably baited arrow. Yep, just keep getting the pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Soon we'll start swinging the weapon face, but probably not yet. I think we first see what he does here.
I've got a huge gun.
That makes him take a lot more face damage. Yeah. Buck Collector use face is fine, but just Hunter him, right? Just Hunter all over him.
I get
Yep. Draft it, right? And then I guess draw it, right?
Versus Jaina.
you asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
We don't really have enough 1-mana plays to go hard for that. If we had 5 1-drops, I would throw the Lone Champion. But then again, if I had 5 1-drops, I probably wouldn't have a Lone Champion. Because that doesn't really work that well. This is a little sad, but if he has Ooze, it's just part of the job. And if he doesn't have Ooze, you get to kill something. Finley is not live yet, but I don't think you want to chance. So if you get the Mage one, it's as good. If you get the Hunter one, it's better. If you get any of the other ones, because the Rogue and the Druid one are stuck versus taunts. So we don't know yet. Maybe we'll play it, maybe we don't. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Likely we'll just tempo him.
I don't need any alone.
Because this button is so good against Mage. Sometimes it's just 4 turns in a row at the end to finish them off, and you'd be surprised how often it works. Yeah, Finley Grievous Bite kills that and sets up for either Scorcher or Shadowed Sun Hero Power or Tamer Hero Power. Alternatively, we play Shattered Sun and we push 3 face, but then we don't utilize our Divine Shield quite as nicely. Also, we open ourselves up to our opponent going ping, trade Nephers set, or trade Bubblies and Yummies and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. So I'm okay killing it.
I hunt alone.
Water Elementals usually give you a really tough time if you don't kill them. Tarjado, thank you for the 35 months. That is such a long time, man. Closing in on 3 years. I hope the meta has been treating you well. So it was not so easy to figure out. And of course, maybe I haven't figured it out yet. But at least I have a pretty decent idea of what could be working. And we're going off that right now. And it's going okay today. We had a 4 or 5 win Warlock, I think. So, but we didn't really get what we wanted, and other than that, it's been going fine.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Does he say I must insist? Or... Our Creeper's really good. Ooh, so we have Hunter's Mark plus Scorcher next turn. I guess I'm gonna go Wild Tamer, play 1 Timberwolf Hero Power, or hold both Timberwolves, one of the two.
Easy there.
If I hold both of the Timberwolves, is there anything sexy we can do? We can Spring Paw something for 6. What is the benefit of developing the Timberwolf here? If he goes for the kill on the Shattered with trade plus ping, then I can trade the 1/1 in Hunter's Mark something Scorcher. But then I'm Hunter's Marking a 4-mana card because he's pinged, which might be okay. I think in most cases you just play it because there's not that much downside to playing it, and maybe it makes a difference. Probably not. Maybe. There's even a chance we'll go Hunter's Mark trade and not Scorcher if he somehow doesn't trade a 1/1, but I don't think he'd ever do that. Ping trade. Alright. So yeah, you could go with the Hunter's Mark here or not. It's probably still worth it, right? The Breaker is not bad either, but your development is nicer with Scorcher. And it's more mana efficient, and you get to Breaker a Carted Defender or so. So I think we just go with that line. So now we're finally pushing a little damage. Ooh, that could have very easily hit something against this. I don't really want to make a 5/5 going into the Pit Croc turn. I think I might just play an 8/8 here and say, what do you got? I think that's better than just giving him a 5/5 on a platter here. Because the Pit Croc is pretty awkward right now. He wants to ping. Pre-trade. That's still 8 phase if it connects, right? So if it's a debate on Vape, I'll give it to him, right? Like, congratulations, right? You have played me. We have Baited Arrow lethal next turn. So Carted Defender is no longer a consideration. I think we should play the Spellbreaker to just brute force damage in case he has Shroom Brewer.
Your magic shall not save you.
Baited Arrow your own minion. I would rather Baited Arrow his face. No dinosaur. That still does the trick.
Rexar versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Begin.
Buck Collector versus a Rogue is a little bit on the underwhelming side. I'm just gonna throw it. Alright, we got a Beetle and a Razor Maw. That sounds better. Too bad our opponent is a 6/0 Rogue. This looks like it's gonna be fun, but they can probably clear. We're playing against Shady. Wow, okay.
Greetings, traveler.
The pleasure is mine.
I wonder if this is intentional or not.
I don't need any of you.
of me!
Get these off of me. 2 Razor Maws or Adapt again. Probably 2 Razor Maws. Too bad our beast is going to die.
I wonder.
Yeah. It's not like we have 0 other beasts in the deck. Oh wait, we do. We'll see. We can get the Timberwolves again, right? It's just that if I Razor Maw now, I don't think I'm... If I don't Razor Maw now, I don't think I'm gonna Razor Maw for a long time, so... You get the 8/8. The 8/8 is not a beast. It would be so much better if it were a beast. But the 8/8 itself is not a beast. It synergizes with beast, but it's not a beast itself. He played a Rogue Secret. It is unlikely to be Cheat Death and Evasion's trash, so I'm assuming it's Sudden Betrayal. So, makes no difference for now. Sudden Betrayal is also bad, but Evasion is a special kind of bad. Yeah, it's a fossil. It's no longer beasty. Ooh.
I'll break you.
I think I would rather use the beast duplicator. We have way more weapon synergy left, right? We have a Desert Spear, we have Hatchets, we have Candle Shots, whereas the Beast, it's basically just a Timberwolf.
Sting like a bee. Someone call.
Sting like a bee. Alright. Golem turn. Trade, Golem. No need to proc the Betrayal. If there was no Betrayal here, we could definitely see some face damage. We'll trade like this for Scorcher, I think. The Scarabs are beasts, but they're unlikely to survive. Fine and fan? No fan?
Life is enough.
You could just say that if you want to eat 14, be my guest. 14, let's say the 8 connects 22, 24. It's a lot of damage. We have to trade here though. You could try to really protect it by playing the Grunt, but that's too much. Probably save the Grunt, use the 8/8 on the 8/8 turn. Does not wish to take the damage. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's cool. If he wants to be smart... Oh man, we're gonna punish him so bad. Alright. Oh man, we can... Oh, the punish. I love it. Alright, so now we can trade and kill his Wrapped Golem with our Scorcher because he left this up. And then we have another for later. If we want to connect face, we can play Strategist and then... Nah, it's bad. It's bad. Just take advantage of his, you know, mistake in my opinion. So the 7 damage we pushed with the Wrapped Golem made him scared enough that he didn't want to dagger it down. It's either that or he was just sure that the Betrayal would solve the problem for him. We're gonna start going for his face. Because it's gonna be difficult for him to deal with the reborn minion, the Candle Taker.
On my
That secret's kept him alive. Well, indirectly, it's caused him to misplay quite severely and killed off his own Wrapped Golem, so... I think had he been playing correct, it's... adaptation, okay. Had he been playing correct with the secret, it could have been fine. But I feel like he has been playing incorrect with the secret.
get these off of me.
Taunt is good for him. Trade. Or does he let me connect? 7 face is not that little. 21, 10, 15, 16. No, I'm gonna go for it. So we have to assume that we no longer connect with our minions here. So we're gonna need weapons or ooh, that's good. All right. So this means that we have lethal next turn. We just need to not die. So hero power trades Wrapped Golem. Next turn, hero power baited arrow. You could baited arrow the minion, but then you don't play Wrapped Golem, so I'd rather do it this way. I love saying that when they do this. Yeah. Totally didn't notice Shady's playing against Shady. I know, right? I wonder if this is just a coincidence or not. How would you draft Rogue with a Deathwing pick 1? I don't think it changes that much. Must have a good Rogue deck with a Deathwing at the end.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on!
Baited arrow almost as good as Cobra Shot. Wow. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. He knows.
I've got more left in me. I hunt alone.
Take that. The baited arrows are letting us down for now. Let's hope they're amazing after this. You don't trade, right? Because then you want him to bait it. You want him to kill it, maybe Phoenix, and then you bait it here. Okay, so baited versus baited. The skips early are gonna cost us so much. Oh my god, okay, he has a legit, like, just straight up insane go-go tree.
I hunt alone.
Easy Rexfire. Well, Unleash Timberwolf helps to counter that insane turn 5.
Great show today, folks.
It's alright. Make a 5/5, I suppose. Desert Spear could mess up freezing.
To my side.
Oh god. I don't think you can get around it. Because if you go for the silence and the rush play, you're still fucked. Oh my god. I think you need the strategist to do something good here. I don't think you get there. Maybe we just need to assume it's not freezing. That could also work.
On my mark.
Crushing walls could help.
Quickly.
Oh, actually the Explorer's Hat helps a lot. No, I think we take walls. I think we actually just need to taunt now and chill. Maybe pre-hit. Pre-hit could have been okay. So the problem is,
To my side.
if it is freezing, right? Yes, you silence the bear. Yes, you use spear to attack the hyena. Attack it with the 1/1. But then what? The problem is that the hyena will either stick or he keeps 6 and 4 power. Both are just deadly. It's just over. It's always over it.
Well.
No, we can't beat it. That's too much.
Rexar versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. Let the hunt begin.
Well, let's go then. I think I'll Timberwolf on 1 if he doesn't play anything. Why not check if it's freezing? What's the point? Nothing will change.
Alone.
So if you meet him again, you'll know.
These
it's
stones
fine.
shall break your bones.
You can have it.
I hunt alone.
2 mana, deal 4 damage. That's acceptable, right?
I'm gonna win big.
So now Scorcher is a bit of a problem, so I might need to hold back a little bit. No, I don't think we hold back because the candle shot can be equipped this turn. So what we could do is we could just use face and a 2 damage rush, push 5, play Candle Taker. He Scorchers. We have Candle Shot and a 3/1. We've pushed 5. He's on 23. We've got another 3. He's on 20. Develop a taunt. I think it's still a play. It's gonna be awkward.
Alone.
We want to push the damage, I think. Whoa. Not even Scorcher.
I put more left in me. Why do you call?
So we were prepared for the worst case scenario. If he doesn't have the worst case scenario, it goes downhill very fast for him. Oh. wants some attention.
I'm gonna win big.
This time. Rexa versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Timberwolf is pretty good because we could coin out a Desert Spear. I don't think you keep it if you don't have it. Alright. Desert Spear is still really good to get. Then we got a 2-drop. Coin Spear into Champ. That would be so nice. But I guess we'll be player 1. If we don't get a good Spear, we can just Candle Taker. Pre-hit is smart. I like it. We can counter pre-hit and loan. Could also push face, but I don't think we want that against a Paladin.
I come to low.
Which is well played by him. Had he not pre-hit, would have been a lot worse for him. I would have used face on the beetle trades, rush guy, or the other way around. Have a 2-1 instead of a 1-1.
I don't need any of you.
Timberwolf has been just good. Not just fine, just good.
I hunt alone.
Timberwolf Desert Spear. What a combo. I might have to be on the lookout for that a bit more. Did not expect it to pop off the way it's doing.
Another soul to consume.
This doesn't work as nicely, but if we silence it, it means we can go face with our weapon and then trade. Which is kind of okay. What's the alternative? Trade. It's kind of all pretty awkward. I guess this pushes 1 extra face, puts a 4/3 body on board.
Your magic shall not save you.
Could save it for Stegadon. Yeah, you could also keep him off board.
I hunt alone.
This keeps your Timberwolf alive and develops a 4/3 instead of killing off your Timberwolf and playing a 2/4. So the question is not simple like, oh, would I like to silence this or would I like to silence a Stegadon? The question is, do I want this to be my play, yes or no?
Die.
I don't think we like it.
I don't need any of
Alright, we got him off board and we're gonna spam golems, might be okay. If you silence it, you play as a 4/4/3 with ping. Yeah, I mean, if I had an alternative play that I liked, I would have done that, of course. Because I know it's good to have Spellbreaker versus Steed. But I think if you don't go for the Breaker, you put yourself in a spot where your play is bad regardless of him having Steed or not. It seems like a bad position. Stealth for 1 turn after a friendly minion dies. Shuffle a 1-cost copy of it into your deck. Okay. Trading just gives him more options, I think, right? I think we just Wrapped Golem and hope the Wasp never gets him. Because we could just have 2 Scarabs per turn, holding the Wasp off. We'll see. Probably gonna need to trade with a Wrapped Golem. Oh my god. What did I get in this case? Explosive shots. Trade. So explosive shots probably in the mix? No, the 1/1's in the way. Hex. Hex is good. Paladins having Hex is acceptable, I would say. We trades. Yeah, polymorph type effect seems... Oh wow. That did not seem correct, right? I think we'll happily just jam another one. We could also go for Scorcher plus Shattered. Either way, he's going to get the Zephyrs in his deck if I go for this, right? I guess I could Shattered Sun this one, trade, and then Scorcher. And then he has a 3-1 left versus a 2-1, a 3-2, and a 3-6. And then I can go. That's not too bad either, now that I say it out loud like that. But you probably want him to have a Temple Berserker in his deck, right? That is a bad thing for him. So you'd go Cleric, then Scorcher, then trade. You just don't want him to have his Zephyrs in his deck.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So you give him the Tomb, but you don't give him the Zephyrs. Emote, oops. I mean, he knows what I did and why I did it, so doesn't matter. You don't go like, oops, I didn't put another Zephyrs in your deck. My bad. Bad ordering. Please enlighten me. The first one died with Reborn. Ah, you are correct. You are correct. You guys are laughing. You guys are joking with the bad order. Okay. Candle Shot is a huge draw. Oh my god, so sexy. Candle Shot, baby. You been working out? You looking good.
Push forward.
You're right, he does have 2 mummies in his deck. Still, I don't think we want to put Zephyrs in his deck. That seems like such a monk-ass proposition. But I definitely agree with putting... Oh, no. Really? Okay. Might be fine. Wait, what? Ooh. That mistake might actually cost them dearly. That might be a really, really costly mistake. Yep, that's gonna that's gonna keep it alive. Hey, feels good, man. I was joking, but I can't speak for the other guy. It's fine. I think a lot of the time to just see Scorcher hitting your own minion and be like, how can you be so stupid? Play the Scorcher first. What was the mistake? He should attack the 1-1 first, then equality. Then he keeps a 3-1. And if he keeps an additional 3-1, well, you can just see how this entire game is going to snowball in a very different way then. So I kind of don't care. 7 face, right? And then hero power. I guess flanking the 3-3 and then 3 face, yes, no. Probably just put him on a 2-turn clock. So trade first and then equality is yeah, very, very nice. You keep it 3-1 as opposed to nothing. And it would have cost me my at least a reborn charge. Bro.
The victory is yours.
Nice. Nozari? Yeah.
Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I think I'd rather go for the weapon than assume I get the weapon, right? This beetle's been alright. It's been around. Trustworthy beetle. I don't know if the armor has mattered so far. Candle Taker's really good. Yep. Solid minion. Super solid. It's just there for you. Dealing damage.
I come to low.
Is Beetle in a premium bucket? It's pretty high, yeah. We picked it more towards the end, I think. Try and solve the turn 4 problem.
Wanna blow something?
No, 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 yes, 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 no, 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 yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, 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 no.
I smell blood.
Candle Taker or Shattered Sun? Shattered Sun into the Worgen feels so meh. It's like I give him the target to trade into. I think it's Candle Taker this round. Spellbreaker isn't bad here. It's terrible here, is it not? Yeah, it's downright terrible. Am I missing something? Or are you just saying random stuff? Unless you're talking about silencing the stealth minion. Just for tempo, same as Candle Taker, but more attack. Yeah. God, the new secret is so annoying. I think you have to go face first and miss the damage if it's mirror entity.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
What you want?
Yeah, the new secret is so annoying to play against. It's good. Oh, come the fuck on, dude. That is unnecessary. Uncalled for, dare I say. Uncalled for.
Time for killing.
You kind of have to proc it. That's the sad part. Oh, wow. What? Is that a whoopsie? Or is it an elaborate bait? I'll have to figure it out.
Push forward. Push forward.
Nope, it's just a whoopsie.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Rogue. Devu. So silencing the freeze is okay. But you can just use flanking strike if you want. Why is face at the end? It's a mage. You can't do the same game as Hunter, Dino. Just imagine, right? In a game as Hunter versus mage, not attacking the mage's face several turns. That's not gonna work. So you sort of that's why the mage one is good. You have to proc it a lot of the time. Unless you're in a control versus control setting. But this is not a control versus control setting. Maybe I will actually silence it. I think I like the face damage more.
Your magic shall not save you.
Critically low.
You insist.
To battle.
Implying you don't trigger explosive ASAP. Nice one, Shady.
Another soul to consume.
Of course.
Big sharp pointy teeth.
Big sharp pointy teeth. Flanking, hatchet, links, 8 face. Call it a day. Not gonna be able to get the hero power in. Yeah, I think this is probably the most annoying mage secrets have been so far. Ooh, that could be good. Poison, poison, poison. Not poison, Daniel's Gaming. Pressure plate's an annoying secret. I mean, you first have to draft it, right? I assume most people don't draft it.
Want it? I got it.
Oh my god. Okay. Tell me more. Okay.
Versus Mayev.
None can escape my fury.
Let the hunt begin.
When your deck is good enough that this is starting to look a little too tame. I should probably keep it. Yeah, the Reborn Tom guy. I like him. I like him a lot. In the right deck, of course. In the right deck.
Hunt low.
Big, sharp, pointy teeth.
Hunt low.
Free Razor Maw. Now we need to find a way to get Baited Arrow out and then play the Razor Maws. Like that one guy. He had a good game. We should probably do a similar thing. Or we adapt the Beetle this turn. It's either Hunter's Mark, Candle Shots, the Poison guy, or adapt the Beetle, so I guess we're adapting the Beetle. Positioning here gets a little weird. It's not the 4-1 in the middle. Probably do it this way. Okay. Let's go. Oh, the Death Rattle is sneaky, right? Because it has Death Rattle animation from the armor already. You can't see that it got adapted. You have to hover it. I think that's the first time that this thing did something solid. But we don't really have the greatest of, lineups for it. It's basically Razor Maws, right? Oh wow, he does hit that one. All right. So one play would be Baited Arrow, the 2-1, 4-1, 1-1, 1-1. You keep a 3-2 and a 5-5. Can we do better than that? We could keep a 4-1 instead. If we go 3-2, then bait it, then trade, then trade. So the question is, would you like a 4-1 or would you like a 3-2? The 3-2 is a beast. So probably the beast stack will give us the edge here, right? Seeing as we have another Razor Maw in our hand. So we will shoot the Cobra, losing out on 1 effective damage, but gaining the beast stack and 1 additional health on board. Totemic Might to save it. Oh man, that sounds like a meme run for sure. I said after the micro adjustments, I'll probably just dive into Shaman and Warrior and stuff. mess around with that.
It's time for a little blood.
Quite an interesting situation, is it not? I think you put the 5/5 into the 2/3 and then adapt it. Divine Shield's alright, Stealth is alright, Wind Fury's alright. Extra stats feel a little weird, but it's okay.
What you want?
So this is a bit of a hedge versus, say, 2 damage on the grunt and then trade. And if you adapt first, you can't pick the shield or the stealth. So it's usually, not usually, but it's usually a good idea to at least consider attacking first. MCT, oh god, alright, he's done. This is a pretty nasty board, right? And you just whiff the things. So we'll never know that. That's all Blizzard data. Where's the metal diggy? We could potentially play that after this, but it has copyright problems. So I don't play it during potential 12-win runs. Anybody order some curve? Oh baby! We curvin'! Let's go! If everyone picks Hunter, will it get offered less often? No. Has nothing to do with that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Curvy, 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 curve, 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 He can just hit us with that 5 mana, 2 rushers next turn. It's gonna suck. We're gonna have only the Shattered left. But at least we push 6 this turn, right? I'm assuming at 11 wins he has a couple of those. So he kills this guy, he kills this guy. We push 3. Hopefully get a good play. That is not the problem. He does not have the rush guy, boys. We good. We good. Just chewing all over him here. Choo-choo. Hunter train coming through. Excuse me, miss. Out of the way. Wait, he had that? Was the Ranger his top deck last turn, or was the Swipe his top deck? Feels like the Swipe came from the left. It actually works perfect. That's great. That is so dirty. We have not played a secret yet. So probably Freezing Trap. That's something else. Oh. It's funny, right? It's like the beast for the weapon for the 3-drop, go. And it would be funny if then she pulled Unleash, and then we had Unleash for this. Misplay. Alright. So I'm going to give this guy some respect, and I'm going to say he's not going to attack into the trap. So we'll give him some respect, and we'll play Wrapped Golem here.
Hunt alone.
He can have Neverset Ritualists. He can have another Swipe. He can have a Primordial Drake. There's lots of things he could do. But I think this is the highest chance to get through, right? Fake data for him? Yeah, yeah. My curve has been a little bit nuts. Respecting your opponent? Disgusting. Who is this? Right. No Neversets. That's big, right? Neverset Ritualist was the concern. I think he realizes he's dead. I'll give him a well played if he gives it, otherwise it feels a little bit BM, right? Good cards, good curve. Yeah, but this is the thing, right? There were 3 Hunters packs offered during the draft. And everyone was like, take Hunters pack, take Hunters pack, take Hunters pack. And I don't think you want to take a turn to do 3 mana, do nothing as a Hunter. Because if you don't have anything to do with your hero, if you don't have anything to do with your mana, you can hero power. So just taking an entire 3 mana out of your turn feels awkward.